Florida man sued by neighbors for painting his house. A drunk man steals a zoo and goes for a ride. Idiots in Miami crash cars. Florida man locks keys inside his car so that the cops can't search it. Woman robs postal truck with toy gun and takes off on a tricycle. Oh my gosh, welcome back to Florida Man episode 2.
Hard to believe, but true story out of Florida. Florida man.
A Florida man. A Florida man.
A Florida man.
A man of Florida. Florida man.
A guy in Florida.
Florida man.
Florida man.
Florida man is accused of throwing an alligator through a drive-through window.
Could only happen in South Florida.
Florida man is accused of causing a crash on I-95, then stealing the pickup truck from a man who stopped to help.
Florida man.
Florida man.
Florida man.
Florida is a strange guy.
I'm Jack Tenney of the JoogSquad, here to keep you entertained and safe through all of quarantine. Like this video to show your support. This is all I ever fucking ask. Please, just like it. Why is that so hard for people? I don't get it. Our first story is an update from a Florida man case that I've been following for quite some time. Florida man turns $500,000 home into multicolored nightmare. He painted his house, front lawn, trees, car, and mailbox over the course of a week. And since he lives in Florida, the angry old person capital of the world, aka God's waiting room, his old neighbors were very angry. So angry, in fact, that they decided to sue him for his multicolored house. I'm gonna be real honest with you guys. Who gives a shit what this guy did to his house and what you do to your own house? Like, people always tell me your house is messy, clean it.
Your backyard is ugly. Where's your grass? Why is your pool green?
Well, you see, I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks. I'm not trying to impress anyone. I'm living a life that is comfortable and that I enjoy. And sure, the pool could probably be a little bit cleaner, but that means that I would have to go and leave the safety of my home to go to the chlorine pool store and buy chlorine. And I'm not going to compromise myself because, again, just to remind you, you guys need me. But in saying that, I have been trying to clean up my area and my house and make everything super nice. So, but not because you guys asked me to, but because I want to. Let's get that crystal fucking clear, okay? Yeah, but honestly, like, screw anyone who judges you. Paint your house however you want. Haters gonna hate. At the end of the day, you gotta make yourself happy and live for yourself. So the update on the story is that he was evicted from the house and they stripped this magnificent masterpiece of its color. If anything, in my opinion, the value of that house went up because now it's the only house on that street that doesn't look exactly like all of the others. And, like, to be perfectly honest, I'm kind of upset, and now I want to do that to my house. So if this video gets 50,000 likes, you'll see a Florida man with a neon house part 2. Now, before we fully dive into this Florida man series, I gotta give a big shout out to Bang Energy and the Bang Energy CEO for supporting the dream and for keeping me fueled up. 0 sugar, 0 calories. Pretty good alternative to any other energy drink. Cheers. Thank you, Bang Energy, for supporting the dream. Let's check out this news story.
Someone turned this $500,000 home in Naples into a very colorful eyesore. Neighbors say this
eyesore
job happened over the course of a week.
Honestly, these old people are getting old. They might need to strengthen their eyes. Like, if your eyes are sore, that means they're getting stronger, right?
Not too pleased.
I don't think I'd like living next to him either. A Naples Homeowners Association just got back to me. It's actually suing the man they say trashed this house. People I talked to today say they just couldn't believe someone would go this wild.
Just checking out my friend's house for him, who lives here part-time.
When Alan Klawans went to check on his friend's house here in Naples, he didn't expect this.
Can't believe it. I absolutely can't believe someone would do.
You know what's messed up that I would like to add is I bet this guy is the first one to let someone borrow his lawnmower. The guy who owns the house, not the guy who's like, I can't believe it. Somebody would paint their house more than one color.
In the small community of Il Regalo Circle, this nice-looking house
His house looks exactly like my shirt.
I haven't seen the inside yet, but
That's kind of lit.
A couple 100,000, something like that.
With paint splattered and sprayed in multiple bright colors all over the house, trees, lawn, and even the mailbox. It almost looks like something out of a cartoon.
Heck yeah, cartoons are lit.
Obviously has a drug issue or something going on because
probably, but
I just never seen anything like this in my life.
I'm down. I'm down. I will do this.
The man who owns this house.
I'm kind of inspired, you know?
who neighbors say did this over the course of a week. Even going so
Another point my friend brought up when we looked at this story is like, of course that they choose his mugshot. Like, they probably could have picked his wedding photo or like graduation photo. It's like, nah, we're gonna go with mugshot to make this guy look like he's just a nuisance to everyone around him.
far as to spray "Who is Omar" on the side of the van parked outside.
I'm actually looking at the car.
Who is Omar?
I don't know what that means, but the guy wanted to take something out on the house instead of, getting help.
Right now, we're told by management that Liebman is no longer living in
That
the
dude
home.
probably
Collier
went home,
County
took
Code
his shirt off,
Enforcement
and rubbed
telling
his
us
nips
they're
to him
looking
on the
into it.
news,
But
watching
in the
himself on
meantime,
the news.
this Technicolor house remains an eyesore.
It's kind of sick. Like, if I drove past, I'd be like, oh, shit. Okay, so he did have drug charges. Yeah, I mean, it does make sense. I'm not hating on the guy, though, you know? Come on. When authorities pulled a Central Florida man over on the interstate for a routine traffic stop, it was anything but that when a lemur appeared. Not only was this man drunk, a fire hazard, and a portable zoo, he of course had to be from the incredible state of Florida. Whoa, Seminole, Florida? Oh shit, that's US 19. This is like 10 minutes from my house. Oh, go figure. Drunk Florida man drags trailer down highway while hauling lemur, tortoise, parrot, goat, and wallaby. I don't even know where you would get all of those. Half those aren't even from here. Bro, this is the most Florida cop I've ever seen in my life. How often do you pull someone over and a lemur jumps out of the trailer? He doesn't even react hardly. He's just like, oh yeah, lemur, like. And I love how every now and then he looks down with his flashlight to check on the lemur. Doesn't ask the guy, hey, are your lemurs let out? Just doesn't even acknowledge the fact that there's a little lemur hopping around. I'd be freaking out, dude. I'd be freaking out.
Stay in the vehicle. 1579. You have animal control 51. We have a couple of exotic animals. They're going to need to take a hold of. Careful, what type of animal?
Florida man drives Ferrari off seawall in Miami because Jesus told him to. Now, this is a relief because I thought that everyone was done with bath salts, but it's good to know that we will be getting more stories out of Miami in the future. Florida man in prison gets Chinese takeout and vape smokes for helping prison guards out with his taxes. I mean, fair. I don't see a problem with this at all. If you're helpful, you should get rewarded. Chinese takeout and vape smokes for helping a guard with his taxes, that's a good deal. Florida man locks keys in car so that the cops cannot search it. A towing company unlocked the door and the deputies went on to search the vehicle, finding drugs. I can't believe that didn't work. Last week, police found 52-year-old woman riding a tricycle while holding a handgun that turned out to be a toy. Police drove up beside her, telling her to drop the gun. She complied, then put her hands behind her back while in the grass, police said. Fkin' bath salts. And our last story of the day features a Florida man who tried to pay for McDonald's with weed. Now, what I'm really curious about with this story is how unlucky did this guy get to get the literal one McDonald's employee on the entire planet who would say no to this? I mean, if we're talking Florida, to be honest, most people around here are stoners. It's a vase. It's a vase. If you enjoyed this Florida Man part episode 2, drop a like if you want to see more. I can literally make thousands of these episodes about this topic. At least I feel like it, you know. Buy the merchandise. I got a new code for Pit Vipers, so if you want to get yourself a pair of mother kisses, JoogSquad TEN, not the numbers anymore. Thank you guys, you're all legends, and cheers. I'll see you next time for another episode of Florida Man.